Hi students, good afternoon. Today I would like to discuss about optical fibers. So last class I would like to discuss about optical fibers. That is the types of optical fibers. And types of optical fibers is classified into two types: step index fiber and gradient index fiber. And step index fiber, the propagation of the direction, it is called two types. One is called single mode step index fiber and multi-mode step index fiber. My dear students, there is a major difference between single mode step index fiber and multi-mode step index fiber. In single mode step index fiber, it supports only one mode of propagation of light. And second point is diffraction of refractive indices of core and cladding is less, and diameter of core is 8 to 10 mm. No signal distortion and dispersions in single mode step index fiber. Launching of light is very difficult in single mode. The fabrication of the fiber is difficult, and V number is 2.405, and numerical aperture is a small value. It uses the source of light is called laser light. This is a single mode step index fiber. Another side is a multi-mode step index fiber. In multi-mode step index fiber, many modes are available for propagation of light. The refractive index of core is large. Diameter of core is around, the value is nearly 50 to 200 mm. There is large distortions, that means signal distortions is very high. Launching of light is very easy. The fabrication number is easy. The V number is greater than or equal to 2.405. The numerical aperture is large, and multi-mode step index fiber, it uses source is called light emitting diode. So my dear students, now it is called optical fiber communication system. At present, the communication between you and me, like in the Zoom app, it is completely the wireless communication. So it is called communication from the one place to another place. And from the diagram is, the person is the walkie-talk, he's delivered some voice signal from here to transmitter and receiver to some other person. Like it is completely the wireless communication. Now it is the internet is using for like GeoNet, AirtelNet, ActNet. So many networks is available in the market. So my dear students, so optical fiber communication system, it is mainly optical fiber communication system or communication is a transmission of information by an optical signal through optical fiber over long distance. That means the information to be carrying from the signal, transmission of the information by the optical signal through optical fiber over long distance, like kilometers of distance. The system mainly consists of the following parts as shown in the figure. There are encoder, another one is encoder, transmitter, optical fiber, waveguide, and receiver and decoder. It is a 5 parts. One is called encoder, another is called decoder, transmitter, optical fiber, waveguide system. So my dear students, so the information to be carrying from one place to another place, it is continuously the signal is transferred from the one place to another place. The basic components is the block diagram of optical fiber communication system. It is an encoder. The first one is encoder. Number 2 is a transmitter. Totally the transmitted signal, it is called optical fiber waveguide system, and receiver is called fourth one, and it is called decoder. So what is the importance of encoder? Encoder is a voice signal or data signal, voice signal and data signal. It is an electronic system that converts along information like voice, pictures, data signal, etc. into a binary data. So a binary data means 1 0 0 1 1 1 and 0 0. So this is called it's the encoder. The encoder, the main aim is it is electronic system that converts along the information like voice, pictures, data signal into the binary data. Here, the signal is transmitting from the transmitter. It consists of the two parts. There is an electrical circuit. It is a light source. Light source means it supplies electrical signals to the information coming from encoder. These signals are converted into light signals by the light source. These light signals are fed into the optical fiber cable. It is an optical fiber cable. The optical fiber cable, it is over long distance, kilometers of distance traveling the signal. It is a waveguide which carries the information in the form of light signals through a long distance. And long distance supply, it receives the signal. It receives two parts, namely photodetector. It is a photodetector and amplifier. The photodetector, it converts the light signal received from the waveguide and it converts into electrical signals to a suitable level of feeds them to the decoder. So the amplify the signal, some of the signals are encountered. These signals are like it is a transmitting. These signals are to amplify the amplification. And restarter means some of the signals are over long journey. Some signals are encountered. The restarted the signal. All signals are same signals is passing from the one place to another place. The signals is encountered the decoder. Decoder, it converts the received signal, electrical signals into analog information. So the analog information, as usual, signal is transmitted from the one place to another place. So my dear students, here it is called the voice signal. The voice signals is transmitted from here. That means the encoder. The encoder is the voice signals converted to the binary data. The transmitter is transmitting the signal. It forming a voice signals converted to electrical signals. There is a light signal sources. These signals over long journey of the optical fiber cable, and it receives the signal like amplifier, photodetector, and signal restarter. So photodetector, the electrical sources of signals is converted to the analog information, analog signals, and amplify the signals, amplify, and the amplify the signals, the electrical signals to a suitable level and feed them the decoder. And decoder is it convert the received digital signals into analog information. The whole process is called optical fiber communication system. In optical fiber communication system, basically the 5 parts. One is the decoder, transmitter, optical fiber waveguide, and receiver and decoder. So here it is called the block diagram of optical fiber communication system. What are the advantages of optical fiber communication system? It is a wider bandwidth. A large number of signals can be transmitted at the same time. For example, in Hyderabad, so many television channels is available: ETV, Gemini, NTV, Ma TV, so etc. So all the information to be sent from the signal can be transmitted at the same time. But it is tunable, some suitable of bandwidth. So low losses in optical fiber, the loss during transmission is very, very less because of the information to be carrying from in our hostel to in our home, but actual information to be carrying from the optical fiber cable. The signal transmission losses is very, very low. boosters have to be used in every 10,000 km. So the boosters means it is the amplification of the signals, is amplify the signal, actual signals is transferred to the one place to another place. Another one is good insulation. Optical fibers are electrically insulators and they are not affected by lightning and steam and sensors, whatever like that. Less weight because of they are light and weight. It is a light and weight in small in size and flexible optical fibers are used than copper cables. So compared to the copper cable, it is a light in weight, small in size, and is a optically flexible cables are used than the copper cables. It is a long life cable. Optical fibers have longer life, less maintenance, low cost, and high quality in transmission. These all are the application advantages of optical fiber in communication system. So my dear students, what is the attenuation losses or losses of optical fiber? For example, sometimes you are calling from your home or your friends or your nearest like that. Sometimes the signals are encountered because of the condition is the attenuation is the losses of power in optical signal as it propagation to the fiber. It is called losses. Here the attenuation losses is minus 10 logarithm of P out by P in dB, or it can be changed the equation like attenuation coefficient alpha is equal 10 log P in by P out decibels per km. Here also decibels per km. So it change minus change because of here P out by P in, it is called minus, P in by P out, it is called plus. The attenuation coefficient may be defined as the ratio of the input power of the signal to the output of power of the signal is called attenuation coefficient losses. Here Pn is power landed in optical fiber, power out the optical fiber. Fiber losses are three types. There are distortion losses, transmission losses, and radiation losses. My dear students, distortion losses is, for example, ఒక్కోసారి మీరు ఫోన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు సిగ్నల్లో ఒక రకమైన భయంకరమైన శబ్దాలు వస్తుంటాయి. సో it is a transmission and distortion losses. When an optical signal propagates to the fiber from one end to another end, the input signal will not be same as output signal. The input signal is different, output signal is different because of it is called some distortion losses. It is because of the difference in the refractive indices of the core medium. This is called the distortions. The transmission losses is two types. One is called absorption losses and scattering losses. My dear students, for example, to varying the 2 points in summer season, every person wear the white color shirts. In winter season, the people are wear the black color shirts because of in black body radiation. In summer season, the white is called reflect the light, and winter season it is the sun radiation, it absorbing the light, absorbing the black color. That means, so the absorption means every material in the universe, in the nature, absorbs a few wavelength of light. When the light falls on it, in the same way, the core of the optical fiber also absorbs some suitable wavelengths of optical signal. Then it passes through it. It means it has the absorption losses. My dear students, in the universe, every material is some suitable of wavelengths is observed. These observed the optical fibers are made up of glass and plastic and polymer clad silica fibers. These type of the optical fibers are absorbing the some suitable of wavelength, a few wavelength, and the wavelength of the optical signals can be disturbed and encountered This type of losses is called absorption losses. And scattering losses means there is no ideal crystal. There is no ideal crystal in the nature and the universe. Every crystal has certain defects like a vacancy, short key, Frenkel defect, interstitial defect, substitutional defect, line defect, electronic defect. So many defects. So everybody some defect. That means no ideal crystal in the universe. Every crystal has some certain crystal defects in it. An optical fiber is made up of glass or plastic material. When the light signal passes through it, the signals are scattered by the defects in core material. So that is called the scattering losses. Another one is radiation losses. For example, the optical fibers is direct. It is called this type of straight manner. The signal losses is very low, but optical fibers are it is rotating from the here. That means the signals are the signals is like in processing of the signal. The signals are encountered. This losses is due to the bending of the fiber. When the fiber cables are bent for more turns than fluctuations happen in the light signal and the signal escape from the fiber cable. This loss can be removed by the covering optical fibers by the suitable strip. So this means the signals are bending, automatically the signals are encountered. These are all the attenuation losses of the optical fibers. My dear students, the majorly is applications of optical fiber. The applications of optical fiber, it uses the sensing applications, remote sensing. For example, మీ ఇంట్లో ఉన్నటువంటి టీవీ సోనీ టీవీ ఉంది. సోనీ టీవీని మీరు ఆపరేట్ చేయాలంటే ఎక్కడో సోఫాలో కూర్చొని ఒక రిమోట్ తీసుకొని క్లిక్ చేస్తే టీవీ ఛానల్ మారుతుంది, వాల్యూమ్ మారుతుంది. వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్? దిస్ మీన్స్ సెన్సార్స్. The optical fibers can be used as sensors in some devices to sense certain things like pressure, voltage, current. The information is given a processor, like it is called sensing applications is used for the optical fibers. And data link, they are used in the data communication as they perform good than metal cables. Using optical fibers, there will be no crosstalks. So the people are talking about some information from one place to another place. There is no crosstalks in the data links. Another one is local area networks. Optical fiber cables are local area network through which information can be enhanced very fast. So this is called the server. The server too is interlinked to all the computers. That means the information of the local area network, it is a LAN. So this is called the communication purpose. Another one is, my students, please observe the two diagrams. Optical fibers are used in endoscopy to view the inner parts of the human body. And second one is functioning of heart. Heart functioning is here eating మన తెలుగులో చెప్పుకుంటే దమనలు సెల్లు అంటాం కదా. సో ఇక్కడ మనకు చూసుకున్నట్లయితే respiratory system and pancreas can be investigated. They are used in the treatment of ulcers and cancers. So it forming of here, it is called the ulcers and cancers. It is forming of the here. So this is called the medical applications. So another one is optical fiber medical endoscopy. So endoscopy means, but that is called the endoscopy tube. It is called monitor. So the cable, it is inserted to the human mouth. The fiber optical medical endoscopy is used to provide direct image of the internal parts of the body. This technique can also to be remove the parts and inject the fluids into the body. This instrument can be used to view the inside the stomach, heart and lungs, whatever like that. So it is called what are the problem is there easily diagnosis with the help of the endoscopy equipment. So these are the applications. Optical fibers are widely used in medical application and industrial and communication applications. So this is called one type of surgery, like keyhole surgery using of endoscopy. So some advantages of optical fiber is the life of the fiber is longer than the copper cable. The handling and installation cost of the optical fiber is very nominal. It is unaffected with electromagnetic interference. And attenuation in optical fiber is lower than coaxial cable. These are all the advantages of optical fibers. And application is they basically the filters can be used under a sea communication. Fibers are used in military applications such as aircraft, ships, tanks, etc. Fibers are used in public utility organization like railways, TV transmission, signals, etc. Fibers are used in land systems of offices, industrial and colleges, etc. Fibers are used in telecommunications such as voice telephones, video phones, telegraph services, message services, and network data networking. These purposes widely using of the applications of optical fibers. So my dear students, there all are the applications of optical fiber, right? The first problem is find the delta. Find the delta of an optical fiber of the refractive index of core and claddings are 1.563 and 1.498 respectively. My dear students, given the data, so MCO, the refractive index of core is equal to 1.563 and refractive index of cladding MCL is equal to 1.498. So what value you have to find? Delta. So delta formula is NCO minus NCL by MCO. So MCO value is 1.563 minus 1. 1.498 by 1.563. So, my dear students, please raise your hand. Problem answer is any one of you, girl side and boy side, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. Okay, Monica. Esma?
0.0416, sir.
Answer?
Yes, sir.
0.0416. 0.0416. So, my dear students, please check the correct answer, right? And second problem, my dear students, find the acceptance angle of a fiber having the refractive indices 1.563 and 1.498 respectively. So the given the data, NCO is equal to 1.563 and NCL is equal to 1.498, right? So what value you have to find? It is the acceptance angle alpha m. My dear students, the formula about the acceptance angle alpha m is equal to sin inverse of NA, that is equal to sin inverse of NCO square minus NCL square whole power of, that is equal to alpha m is equal to sin inverse of 1.563 whole square minus 1.498 whole square whole power of, that is equal, it is a degrees and seconds value, right? Make it fast. My dear students, any one of you please raise your hand. Correct answer. So you find the acceptance angle of a fiber having refractive indices 1.5, 1.563 and 1.498 respectively. So alpha m, then you will calculate. Deepti, yeah, tell me. Yeah, tell me.
0.18 times the root of 0.198.
Final answer, alpha m is equal, it is the degrees and minutes answer. Total final answer. Yes, any one of you? Neha? Yeah. Neha? Tell me, Neha.
Sir, 26 degrees 49 minutes, sir.
26
degrees 49 minutes.
Yes, 26 degrees 49 minutes. Yes, my dear students, please check the correct answer. Okay, next problem. So another problem is an optical fiber acceptance angle is 26 degrees 8 minutes. Calculate the numerical aperture. Calculate the numerical aperture. So numerical aperture NA is equal to formula, NA is equal to sine of acceptance angle. Then NA is equal sorry. So right. So acceptance angle alpha m is equal to 26 degrees 8 minutes. So then you will find the numerical aperture NA. So numerical aperture NA formula is NA is equal to sine alpha m, that is equal to sine 20 degrees 8 minutes. So what is the value, please? Any one of you? Neha?
Sir,
Sine 26
1 minute.
sine 26 degrees 8 minute value.
ఒక్క నిమిషం, sir. .45.
Yes, okay. 0.45. Please check the problem answer, ma. Please check the answer. So next problem is so an optical fiber has core of the refractive index is 1.55 and cladding is 1.50. What is the light is launching from 8 into the optical fiber, and then find the numerical aperture. So we have to calculate the numerical aperture NA. So NCO is equal to 1.55, NCL is equal to 1.50. Then you will calculate the numerical aperture. Yes. So please solve the problem.